following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to Sam in Irvine, California. Hey, Sam, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you?
Doing great. You having a good day out there?
I'm having a great day. Thank you very much. I want to preface by saying that I'm so grateful to you and TFNN for you to assemble such a great people, such a team to help the small investors like myself.
Well, we appreciate you growling and prowling out here with us, Sam. Thank you so much.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. It's a TGIF Friday. Let's make it a great one, folks. Let's take a look at one of our quotes. This is by Christian Larson. Live in faith that the whole world is on your side so long as you are true to the best that you can be. Yesterday's gone. Tomorrow's not here. What are you doing right now? Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials down 104. Nasdaq's off 8.5. Nasdaq is up 4. S&Ps are off 8.5. Gold contract down $9.70, traded at $1,291 an ounce. Silver off 5 cents at $18.30 an ounce. Platinum down 20 at $1,265 an ounce. Copper down 7.5 pennies at $2.50 a pound. Light sweet crude down 79 cents at $45.54 a barrel. Bonds. The ever-ready bond market, folks, just refuses to give it up. 10-year up 19 ticks, 129.23. 30-year up 1 full point and a half at 149.31. They both want higher price, and they're going to get it, folks. King dollar up 708 ticks, trading out at 95.07. And you get the euro down 123 at 112.43. The yen is down 74 at 117.75. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? Let's go to the... First, we'll go to the future. We take a look at the S&P... There she goes. We take a look at the S&P futures, and what you're going to see out here, folks, is this. And this is major divergence. And the major divergence that we have, folks, is this. You know, yesterday, market had a nice bear market bounce, no doubt. Today, with Asia up, with Europe, from the FTSE was up 0.5%. The DAX was up 1.93%. And the bottom line is that our markets couldn't get going. That is with the dollar basically going to the moon once again. Guess what, though? Bonds are screaming that this market's still going to pull back. Yesterday, what we had is you had the bond market come lower. We had an expansion of volume on the daily. However, the bar that was going against, guess what? It was lighter volume. This snaps right back today on a weekly basis. What you're going to have bonds pushing their higher swing point now with juice behind the move. S&Ps. What do you have with the S&Ps? We got to 2062 out here today. Right now, you're trading at 2050. I expect what you're going to see in the next hour is that the low of the day is 20.46. It's going to go after this low, and we'll see whether it wants to basically take it out. This is a highly volatile market, no two ways about that. And what we do have out here is that we hit that low out here this morning, 2046. Let me put some volume on this baby. And, okay, so what we had out here this morning, this is always sweet when you get a high volume low, especially intraday. Oh, she's going to hit it. So check this out. This is pretty wild. So when we got down there this morning, we had 4,100 contracts traded. Up at the high out here, you had 11,000 contracts traded. 41,000? Yeah, 41,000 at the low. 11,000 at the high. When we just went down there, again, we just did 34,000. This is building cause, folks, to get into that number one. We'll see whether it wants to basically break that baby down. Gold contract. What do we have with gold? Bottom line, they couldn't smack gold, folks. You get a Friday afternoon, Friday morning, and what we had in the gold market is this. You had a sideways move in that market out here today. Didn't take out the lows of yesterday, and in fact, you're holding at the highs and you have juice at these highs, meaning yesterday we had done the 210,000 contracts. Today what you're doing 214,000 contracts. This looks, that's a very large ABC structure on the way up. Right now we're at the 1291 area. This little baby, the way it's setting up right now, wants to run into the 1400 area. Bond market, let's go take a look at the bonds, and we'll take a look at the bonds through the TLT. The TLT, folks, is the Treasury, 20-year Treasury. And if you take a look at this, when I was doing this workshop the other night, the Treasury, the 20-year Treasury, okay, has already taken out on the monthly basis a very large ABC structure on the way up, okay? And it took it out with a vengeance, by the way, okay? Thus far, on a monthly basis, we've done 145 million shares, and it's going into 130. All the TLT has to do is close over 132.21. You get a confirmed ABC structure on the way up. We bring this back. Let me put this on a monthly basis for you. You can see how this is set up. I mean, it's a nice setup. And it is, you know, bottom line is that the last retracement was just about a 0.618. So the bottom line, you can do it. That the TLT is screaming that, number one, you have a confirmed ABC structure on the way up. Number two, which is more important, though, is that is saying that these bonds are going to continue to move higher. King dollar. What do you have for King dollar? We'll see how this shakes and bakes. King dollar will go higher high out here today. We take a look at this. The King dollar has been as high today as 95.75. Volume is 60,000. The volume's light, but guess what? You get the movement. This is going to be pretty wild. And on CNBC this morning, it was the first time that I actually heard a Treasury Secretary saying that we like a strong dollar. The last time the Treasury Secretary came on and said we like the strong dollar, folks, it was in 2002. It was John Snow. That was the wrap on a continual basis as the dollar went from 120 down to 70. So it's going to be interesting watching how this whole thing does shake out. That's how this baby is set up right now. Silver, we go take a look at the silver market. We have what silver is this. Silver is also hanging at their highs with the juice behind the move. We take a look at this on the weekly basis. What you're going to have is that you have a decisive break last week. This week you climbed up a bit. Silver's trading out at 1831 and 1867. Looks to me like a game pretty quickly. The way that the XAU, the HUI is setting up, they've all seemed to set up a nice ABC structure on the way up. What you're going to see, if I put up GG for a second, put this on a daily basis, what you're going to see is that you have a pullback out here today. The pullback is on dramatically lighter volume, and this is how this baby's set up right now. Let me just get this. Okay, so what we have out here is this. You're pulling back on 9 million shares today. Gold Corp is trading down 40 cents, 23.80. That is going into 24 million shares. That, you just love seeing that, folks, okay? That's about as intense as you get. It's particularly intense because, why? Because what Gold Corp is trying to do is take out its October swing points. So if in fact this is an ABC structure up, it's a nice one. Your A point is 1711. Your B is up there at 24.74. Bottom line, you get approximately $7. We'll see if that's the C today. That'll give you a $30 price point. And it's not just Gold Corp that's doing it. There's a variety of them that are doing it, and it looks like that's exactly the way this baby is setting up. If we go over to AEM, a Nico Eagle, we take a look at a Nico Eagle, same type of setup in an AEM. And see, the market had the gold market had every right today to go south. It's at the top of a range. It's been a nice run. The dollar's at highs, all of the above. Guess what? They're not selling off. And Eagle is pulling back today on 1.8 million shares. That's after, and the bar that it's pulling back into had 5.5. That is a sweet little setup. And Eagle has been leading off this charge. An Eagle is actually already over its October swing point. So an Eagle at 32, that baby looks like it wants to run all the way up to 42. We take a look at some of the equities inside the Dow. Now, the Dow Industrials, folks, okay, is down today. What is amazing, so watch this, though. This gets really wild. Inside the Dow, that is leading is GE, which is a dog. That's up 34 cents. IBM's a dead cat bounce, up 87. Vista, Visa is up 128, and Nike is up 38. Going downtown, you have ExxonMobil down 156. United Health is down 167. That was the leader out there. That's still a leader, by the way. DuPont's off 104, and you have Procter & Gamble down 136. What is happening with those large caps, of course, is that is where the dollar is basically coming into them. If we go over and look at ExxonMobil first, now these oil stocks are way off their highs. ExxonMobil, though, is pulling back with lighter volume. You know, it very well can get down and test the lows again, but this pullback's on lighter volume. And this is an equity that absolutely already did get toasted and roasted. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. Dow Industrials down 89. NASDAQ up 7. S&Ps are off 7. You stay right there, folks. We'll come right back.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. You take a hands-on approach to managing your investments, and whether you're bullish or bearish on Chinese stocks, the ETFs from Direction Shares are there to help you magnify your perspective. Bull ETFs for a rising market and bear ETFs for a falling market. Direction Shares gives you the tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
How would you feel if you had a powerful decision-making tool that has the ability to find high-probability trading opportunities across multiple time frames in equities, currencies, and futures? Search no more. Take advantage of the best trade with the TAS Profile Scanner. Trade with confidence and clarity while using the software that thousands of institutional traders rely on to help them make the best and most accurate decisions. Scan over 1,000 equities, currencies, and futures instruments for high-probability trading setups utilizing the TAS architecture. As seen on Bloomberg terminals worldwide, the TAS Profile Scanner is a benchmark technical filtering system that thousands of traders rely on, and now you can too. For a limited time, for TFNN subscribers only, we've reduced the price to just $97. That's over 75% off. Subscribers will also gain access to the December 9th workshop with John Logan. There's no obligation to pay anything. Get your 30-day free trial to the TAS Profile Scanner today by signing up at TFNN.com. Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now off 94, and we take a look at some of the high volume stocks in this low volume market. You got, let's see, Avon's off 80 cents. You got United Parcel off $11. That's getting smoked. That's down 10% with volume, by the way. Starbucks up 537. Let's go over and look at Starbucks, because Starbucks, folks, is a monster ABC structure on the way up. We'll start right there, SBUX. And what you're going to see, it's pretty amazing, you know, what Starbucks has done, number one, but how a company is so big and they continue to grow. And they're growing. There's no two ways about it. And they're adding, whether it's the food they're adding, bottom line is that they're growing, number one. And if you take a look at this on a monthly basis, what you're going to see, it's a monster ABC structure on the way up. Your 8-point on this is 43. Your B is up there at 83, 81 rather. So let's see, that's what, 37. Your C point is 67. So you're talking 77, 87. Yeah, you're talking like $104. The volume-wise, it's 8. I think it's 87. SBUX. I believe it's already actually taken the monthly volume already out, which is pretty cool. So your monthly volume thus far is 100 million. Yeah, and you're already taking it out. So bottom line, that little baby, that's going higher. UPS, different ball game on UPS. UPS is getting smoked, toasted, roasted, all the above out here today. What you have with UPS is this. UPS is down $11. You're at 103.20. Monster volumes coming out of this. And so what does happen when you get a gap off the high, folks, we've done 17 million shares out here today. You get a gap off the high like this is going to take a little more damage. You know, it hasn't been a bad chop, but UPS is at 103, and what is sticking out like a sore thumb, let me bring this back a little, is July of 2013. That's $91. Let me bring this back. We'll put this on a weekly. And you'll see, there she is right there. She's sticking out like a sore thumb. Right there. 103 is where this baby's heading. We've already have more volume on the weekly than we've had going all the way back to 2012. So that's a big number, no doubt. And it looks like inside their numbers, they were saying that they basically spent a huge amount of money hiring and all of this. One of the questions in the den is, what are your thoughts on UPS missing if the economy is so good and fuel prices are down? Yeah, there's no doubt about that. That's a big question. I guess when you look inside of it, though, that they had FDX, they had their cost went up very quickly, and of course, what that is, you got to get your stuff out. If we go take a look at FDX, and it was wild because Federal Express was out here all day long saying, hey, we're no UPS. Well, guess what, folks? They are UPS. And what they also have is that they have a high volume swing low that's going to get tested. It's trading 175 right now. It's going down to 163. And when you do look at FedEx, it's the exact same type of chart as UPS. You're talking, in fact, yeah, you're talking 175, and this baby, you know, if you come down on volume again, the 163 wants to get tested. So you're at 175. If you ever come down like you did with UPS, which it very well could, FedEx is going to be down there at 141. So this very well could be a situation that what you had out here is this. Plenty of business, but when you get plenty of business, if you're not ready for that business, what ends up happening, folks, is that your cost structure goes up dramatically. And what does happen, so this is a fundamental take I'm giving you right now, but what does happen is that the operations of the company will catch up with it. I mean, if in fact that's what was going on, it's a good problem. You know, we've had that problem at TFNN. It's a beautiful thing, actually, okay? So when you do accelerations on the way up, you can't really worry about the amount of bread you got to spend in order to keep that growth going. Then what you do is you know, if everyone's coming, great. Well, you know, everyone's coming to the party, you better be ready for the party. Then you basically worry about that later. Because if the business plan is correct, okay, you know, a quarter cost and all of that, that's not the end of the world. It would be the end of the world if there's something wrong with the business plan, but I can't see something wrong with the business plan with UPS or FedEx. What does happen, though, is that these stocks are extended. They're extended and they want to pull back. So that's how this baby's set up right now. What we are going to see out here, as I said at the beginning of the show, what's really unusual, there's no two ways about it, that the rest of the world can be higher. You got QE happening, and we just can't pull it off. Right? And what is that all about? Well, today, what was just amazing to me is that the amount of folks that were talking about, no, you should be investing in Europe right now. You should be investing in ETF structures in Europe. You should be investing in all of that. Folks, don't even think about it, okay? Bottom line is that, and the correlations that they're doing, by the way, okay, are that, yeah, our economy wasn't great, but our stock market went up 200 or 300%. You know, and listen, that's why they make markets, bulls and bears. Bottom line is that Europe has some monster problems, and those problems just aren't contingent on not doing business. If we go over and we take a look at the UK and the FTSE is up 36 bucks out here today. That's going into its highs. The high that it's going into is at 6,900. DAX in Germany, bottom line is the DAX in Germany not only went up, the DAX in Germany, no doubt, has taken out its highs. What is pretty wild is that the NASDAQ, I used to like to follow the DAX all the time, and the NASDAQ is just not doing it. You know, the DAX is at all-time highs, though. You know, let me see if we take a look. Yeah, it doesn't have the juice, though. Bottom line is at all-time highs. So the way the DAX is set up right now is this. You're at 10,649 inside the DAX, and just as the rest of the markets had gone south, folks, in October, the DAX did too. So when the DAX pulls back inside the 10,000, they have to come down to about 500 bucks. What's wide open is that high volume spike in October. That high volume spike in October, by the way, is all over the place. You know, just about in all the indices, and that has got tested on many of the sectors already, and I expect the rest of them are also going to get tested. We take a look at Procter & Gamble, PG. PG came out with numbers out here today. Well, they actually, PG, I don't think they come out with numbers. I think they come out and were just saying that, let's see, that the dollar was hurting them. That's what's going on. So Procter & Gamble comes out at 0700 on the 27th. They came out today saying the strong dollar was hurting them. And I expect what you're going to see, by the way, is that you're going to see the aspect of these large companies going into the Treasury saying, hey, we had it with the dollar. We had it with the strong dollar, you know. So it's going to be wild watching this shake out. Hypocrisy to the hilt, you know. Everyone likes a strong dollar until you get a strong dollar, and then guess what? They want a weak dollar. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We're going to be coming right back. Dow Industrials down 91. You get the NASDAQ up 10. S&Ps are off 6. Gold down 760. Gold refuses lower price. Bonds, though, forget it. Bonds to the moon. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you like it does me, visit everbank.com/TFNN to find out what they can do for you. Again, that's everbank.com/TFNN. Visit them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund is currently offering 4-year first mortgages on many of the fully renovated properties that it has purchased. The first mortgages are third-party appraised with a maximum loan-to-value ratio of 70%, providing a secured investment that pays a fixed return of 5% annually, which works out to a monthly income of more than $416 per $100,000 investment with your principal intact and secured. These 4-year first mortgages are perfect for anyone looking for a secured investment that provides monthly income much like a CD. For more information, email tigerfund@tfnn.com or click on the Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund banner along the right side of the tfnn.com homepage, or call our office directly at 877-518-9190. There's a limited supply, so act now.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. 877-927-6648. Dow Industrials right now are off 107. You get the NASDAQ up 8. S&Ps are down 8. You're at 2048. These S&Ps, folks, here, I'll bring it up for you. These S&Ps want to go after this high volume swing low from this morning. So we bring this up, ESH5. What you're going to see, I'll put this on the daily for you, I mean on the 10-minute chart. This thing's been hanging out here, wanting to be tested. What's going to get intriguing here now, of course, is that how the test is coming in, meaning this year's. Okay. So let's see what time we got here. So we're at 35 past, which is 5 minutes into this bar. Well, the volume's a little light, actually. So we'll see. Thus far, you made it down to 2047.50. The low is 2046.25. Bottom line, it's going to basically tag it. The real question is that if it doesn't tag it on this 10-minute bar, what more than likely you're going to see is that it will get more juice and tag it on the next 10-minute bar, and very well can basically it's either going to test it with lighter volume, reject it, or blow right through it. If you blow right through it, you could go, let's see here. So if we ESH5. ESH5. On that basis, we would have, oh yeah, no, okay, let me bring this up. I see what's hanging out here. It's hanging, we were doing this in the bull bear binary option show this morning, and what is hanging out here, which hasn't been tested, that's the baby, man. The baby's 2019, and what that is, folks, that's the high volume swing low, and there's big volume down there. Now the top of that, okay, so let's picture this. This is how you get 35 minutes, right? You're at 2048. If you break this with volume, you're not going to get down. It's not enough time to get down to 2019. There is enough time, however, to get down to 2031. 2031 is the high of the low of that high volume swing. So we're going to get some juice coming into this market here. The bulls will have the next 5 or 10 minutes to basically save the day, and we'll see where that does shake out. What you do get, now this is what's pretty cool on a day like today, intraday. What you get is that because of the European market being so high this morning, folks, right? You're going to get a lot of just traders, never buying bulls or bears. You're going to get a lot of traders that bought this market. The reason they bought the market, it's very unusual that Europe is up so dramatically and we couldn't go. So what happens is this. You buy the market. What ends up happening if you're strictly a day trader, what would end up happening, you'd be scaling down into this. You'd be going back and forth. But when push comes to shove, at the end of the day, and it won't, and this will happen in the next 5, 6, 7 minutes, is that you want to go home clean. So what you'll have on a day like today is that you'll have the folks that came into that, meaning they're really not bulls or bears, but they're trading. Period. They're going to dump those shares because right from the get-go, instead of the expansion up, which you normally think you would get, which is very unusual that you don't get for sure. That acceleration will go down, and that's something that that's not a technical take on the market, folks. That's from being a day trader for so long. That's what happens on a day like today. It happens on any day if, in fact, it's not that there's so much of it as a reversal. It's that the aspect of where the markets would go into correlation of something else, and what you haven't had here is any real large movements. Okay, that's what we haven't had. If you had got larger movements in the daytime, a lot of this would have been cleaned up. Meaning, if we didn't bust down 200 points, we didn't bust up 200 points. The bulls haven't had a chance to get out here. That's what it really comes down to. It doesn't even have to be the bulls. Just traders in general haven't had a chance to get out. So what tends to happen is that you'll just dump them. And what you also have here, which coming into play, because the variations weren't that far, that's the second thing that comes into play. That's you want to go home clean. That's the bottom line. It's like, see you, man. You're going to go home and you're going to say, Monday's another day. And so it's happening right now. So right now we're at 2047. Let me bring this close. If I bring this closer just for a second, put this in a 10-minute again. Okay, so we bring this in closer. Whoops, this is. We bring this in. Whoa. Sorry about that. 1 second. We'll get this up. That one. This is. Okay. So. Okay, so right now we hit the 2046.75, and it's the 25 that we're looking at. And hey, listen, it has light volume, so it has a shot to get out of here right now. You know, we'll see whether it can make it. If it can't make it, then you're going to get another leg down. That's how this shakes out. The last bar out here, that wasn't many. That was only 22,000 contracts going into 41,000. You know, so it certainly didn't hit it with juice. You know, so we'll see whether it can actually reject price right now. If we go over to the SPY, if you're trading just in the ETF structures, I'll show you how this works on the ETF structures. The ETF structures, we came down this morning, you came down with 2.8 million, and we just did, oh, see, this is interesting. This is, so some of the funds are throwing something at this, folks. We just came down with 3 million on the SPY. So the SPY just basically got into this low with volume. So there you go. So with that saying, is that's going to go lower. The reason being, and this is the correlation, and this is where the chicken and egg come too, you know, folks. If the futures get sold down first, the SPY is going to go. If the SPY goes, the futures are going to go. The correlation is really direct. And what does happen with many of the large funds, if they don't trade the futures, which, you know, the majority of them do not trade futures, but they're going to be pushing 100, 200,000 SPYs at a time into the marketplace. Okay, it's great when, of course, it's going up. If it's going down, it's just the opposite deal takes place. If we go over and take a look at the NDX 100, because the NDX 100 today was the only market that has stayed higher. The 3 Qs have volume out here of 23 million shares. We're trading at 104.21. If that stays over the 104.14, bottom line, it can get higher. That's how that's shaking out. It doesn't have the juice on the daily, that's for sure. It doesn't have the juice on the weekly, but the weekly is a higher price also. You know, the weekly would have to close under 103.62, and I just don't see that happening. That'd be a vicious move into the close if, in fact, that came down. So there's going to be, yeah, you can still expect then one more run down into these lower prices. Some of the Dow stocks, since we had it out here in the Dow, American Express. American Express is down 7 cents. You get Marbell off 42. ExxonMobil's down 174. You got DuPont off 120. Big Blue is up 74. That's a dead cat bounce. International Paper is down $1. You get Johnson & Johnson off 140. Big Mac is down 132. Big Mac is finally coming across saying that they're going to do local food. They're going to do healthy food. Man, they better hurry up, because the bottom line, folks, is that I suspect people are on to $1 burgers. Just think, what the heck is inside a $1 burger? Okay, it's certainly not meat, folks. It's not even close. The XLF is down 21 cents. You get the XLE off 30. If we go over and take a look at the energy market, what you did have this morning, if you heard this, the XLE. So you had one of the princes that has one of the big sovereign funds from Saudi Arabia. Their king died evidently last night, and his brother took over. It was quite a quote. The quote was that we would never see oil back to $100. He didn't say in our lifetime, but he said back to $100. That's pretty shocking, you know. And I suspect that what that's all about, though, is what? That's all about, there's a competition and a plan. And what the plan specifically is, folks, is to keep oil down, to put as many lower producers out of business. That's what's going on. And when I heard him come across and say that, it just basically confirmed that for me a lot more. The reason being is there's no way that he is going to come out and say something like that when, number one, Saudi Arabia depends on oil, number two, he's part of the structure, and number three, he's pushing the book. Yeah, that's the bottom line, pushing the book in a big way. So what would that do? I'm sure if I was in the production business and my production cost was $60, I would be sitting there worrying a lot more right now that he's coming out and saying that. That's the first part. Second part, maybe I'd be worrying a lot less. Meaning it would have to do with the larger outlook is, do you think that that's part of the propaganda to basically put other producers out of business? My take is this, because oil's not going away. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We'll come right back. Dow Industrials down 115 right now. Nasdaq's up 9. S&Ps are off 8. We're going to be right back.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
We're told to follow our passion and everything else will fall into place. I hope that's what each of you are doing each and every day. Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Money Master Show at TFNN.com, and my passion for technical analysis is what led me to the most fundamental discovery in pattern recognition, the Rhodes Momentum Indicator, market scanner, and trading strategy, a set of tools that identify the momentum and power of the trend, the likes of which have never been seen before, for every market and every time frame. Yes, folks, the trend is your friend, unless you're on the other side. New to technical analysis? This is the place to start. And experienced traders take advantage of the trend like never before. Experience the power of the Rhodes Momentum Indicator each day, available to subscribers of my newsletter service, Mastering Probability. I guarantee your satisfaction for the next 30 days unconditionally, so there's no risk to you other than being on the wrong side of the trend. Mastering Probability, available on the homepage of TFNN.com. And folks, live with passion.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
No matter where you listen to TFNN programming, we want you to know you can always access your favorite shows on demand through TFNN.com. TFNN airs live programming every market day from 8 a.m. till 6 p.m. Eastern, and you can view each program by accessing Tiger TV through our homepage. We even have an easy link for all mobile devices, including iPhones and iPads, located at the top right-hand corner of the TFNN homepage. You can use your smartphone to view Tiger TV, but if you don't have a mobile connection that can keep up with streaming live video, then you can simply visit tfnn.mobi in the browser of your smartphone for live streaming audio of all of our programs. The mission of TFNN is to educate our audience directly and interactively through our interactive website and radio call and talk shows. TFNN is able to teach all levels of investors the technical skills needed to trade in today's marketplace. In order to get the best information possible, TFNN has assembled the most respected financial minds in the country to provide the most current news and comprehensive advice available. TFNN.com. Educating investors. This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Dow is down 122. You get the Nasdaq up 6. S&Ps are off 9.5. And the S&Ps do want to break that 2046 level. We had a question of the day about the XLE, and the XLE is done again, folks. Okay, if you take a look at the XLE, what you're going to see is this. We'll put this on a daily basis. You got over the swing high today. Had lighter volume dramatically, by the way. Okay, this has been a dead cat bounce, and it's the XLE is down from $100. You have a high volume swing low out here. You have two separate ones, 72.51, and then the last one from last week is out there at 71.70. Couldn't even handle a price out here of 77.76 today. So bottom line, that's going to go make another run for those lows out there. Let's go to Jason in Spokane, Washington. Hey, Jason, what's going on?
Oh, it's Friday.
That's a beautiful thing. Totally.
Oh, always.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm looking at UGAZ volume on a weekly.
UGAZ. Let's take a look at it. Okay, so this is the velocity 3 times long ETN. It's the natural gas ETN. The low for the year is 369. The high is 328. Okay, so you want to look at this on a weekly.
Yeah, we missed Monday for trading, and the volume is the same as it was last week.
Okay. So
I'm just...
No, this is cool. Okay, so it looks to me what you're looking at is you're asking specifically, is this a bottom? And the UGAZ right now is trading at 365, and the question is it going to go to 542 again, right?
Correct.
Yeah, I like the setup. The setup. What you have is this, folks, okay? What he's looking at is that first you came down to this 334. You did this, we did that, the first time we did it was in January 12th. Then you had the sign of strength. You had a nice sign of strength. We held the lows last week, dipped below them, but it held it. So, yeah, you could very well get that, man.
Okay.
Okay, man. Have a great one. Have a safe one. And we'll see how this does shake out coming into the cold. And our man, Mr. Andy Hecht, he's got plenty of time. He's got till January 14th, Valentine's Day, right? It's a beautiful thing. Okay, go back to the E-mini for a second. We take a look at this. We'll put this up in the 10-minute, and you're going to see how this is shaking and baking out here. And we'll see whether we got the juice into the move. Yeah, it's done. Okay, so what we have is this, okay? You're building the cause to get through the level. You're through the level right now, and what you'll see is that you're going to more than likely see an expansion with volume. And this is the way this setup is, folks, okay? This is the dumping of shares that, were bought in the anticipation of going up. It's not like the whole world is dumping them. What you will see is that you will see an expansion with volume very quickly coming into this closeout here. And this is, does this make a difference on Monday? Yep, it absolutely makes a difference. The biggest difference that you want to wrap your head around is this. What I've found in the marketplace is this. You can learn more about divergence in the marketplace than you can about just about anything. That is what I've found. And it's really cool, folks, because what happens, it's a different type of thinking, but it seems to be more consistent. And what I'm talking about specifically here is this. The bond market has been continually saying that, listen, there's something wrong, okay? And it doesn't stop. It has been the most consistent market going up in the face that the whole world continues to say that it's going down, okay? And it's so cool. It's unbelievable. And that's technically, fundamentally, which we'll bring up right now, and I'll bring this up as we're talking, okay? Because the fundamental aspect is that if we look at the whole rest of the world, okay, and right now, let's see, so here's Switzerland. So I'm bringing up the 10-year yield right now, and if you look at if you're watching my screen, you see our 10-year yield is 1.7. If we go down to Switzerland, if you're looking at this, we go down to Switzerland, it's -3. What does that mean? That means that you have to pay money. You have to pay them money for your money. Is that wild or what? Thanks, Mark. One of our bond genius in the den wanted me, to give you a heads up on this. But you really want to wrap your head around this, folks. That's why gold is going to be worth so much, too. Because the fact of the matter is, just check this out. Where the heck, or when would you ever think that you have to pay a bank to put money in the bank? And this is happening in a lot of places in Europe, not just, a few places. Bottom line, it's insane, man. I mean, but you know what? That's what makes markets, So, yeah, it's absolutely wild. So if we go back over to the market just again for a second, you're going to see, yeah, Dow's down 142. They whacked the. See how they whacked it right now? So now it's down $12. Okay, so remember the next number. The next number that you're looking for on this S&P is down on that, and that can still make it. We got how many more minutes we got? Oh, turn the machines off, Mortimer. Turn them off. Turn them off. Turn them off. Bottom line, folks, that can make it down to that price point. Okay, it doesn't take much to make it down to that price point. The high of that price point, we're almost there. The high is 2041. 2041 should be able to basically stop this for today. That's what this comes down to. But so, bottom line, folks. Okay, what do you have yesterday? Yesterday, a nice bear market, counter trend bounce, and you're going to see those. Those are fast, furious. And then what your job is to look inside the market. What else is out there? Can it hold? Can it not hold? No, it can't hold. The IWM in particular, too, that was given a big number. I want to thank Terry for looking at the XLE, because the XLE, that's a big one, folks. And this one is so subtle. It's so cool, man, because the XLE, got to a price point today out here of 77.76. The high of yesterday was 77.45. It's at 76.49. It has lighter volume. It has volume of 19 million. It's going against 45 million. Really? You kidding me, man? This thing has 2 high volume swing lows, okay? This thing is going to thunder down there. And, good old ExxonMobil is the leader. And Exxon, right here today, coming off the highs. Volume hasn't expanded yet, but Exxon screaming. See, Exxon has this big high volume low at 86, going all the way back from October 15th, and it hasn't got tagged, which is just a mind blower. It hit 86.10. It didn't hit 86. That is going to be 86.91. 1 second. 86.19. No, it did get tagged. It did get tagged. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We're going to be coming right back. Dow Industrials are down $1.40. Nasdaq's up 5. S&Ps are down 11.5. Gold is off 7. We're going to be right back.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to Robert in New Jersey. Hey, Robert, what's going on?
Hey, Tom. A great show. I've been listening to you for years. You got a great thing. I've been listening to you for over a decade. That's amazing. You've done a great job.
I appreciate it, man. Appreciate you growling and prowling out here with us.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. It's a TGIF, folks. Let's make it a great one. Got my tech expert from TFNN, my man, Mr. Dave White. We're going to be growling and prowling with you out here on a great Friday afternoon. We'll take a look at one of these quotes. This is by Barbara Kinsolver. Hope is a renewable option. If you run out of it at the end of the day, you get to start all over in the morning. That's a fact, man. It's a beautiful thing. Like you racing motorcycles, right? You get down, you get back up, don't you?
You get back up.
You get back up and you fly. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow Industrials down 141, NASDAQ up 7, S&P's off 11.5. Gold contract down $7.10, trading at $1,293 an ounce. Silver off 3 cents at $18.33 an ounce. Platinum off 18 at $1,267. Copper 7.5 pennies down at $2.50. Light sweet crude down 84 cents, trading out at $45.47 a barrel. And if you listen to the Prince of Saudi Arabia out here today, folks, okay, he was saying that we were never going to see $100 oil again. I think that's a setup myself, and they want to put everyone out of business, but we'll see where that shakes out.
You don't think that a little bit of that is trying to take a lot of cash out of people that want to take them over? Because basically Iran now has control of 4 different countries around them.
Yeah, okay.
So do they want to be giving any more money to somebody who's basically saying they want to overthrow them? So there is a political component.
Oh,
I
for
believe,
sure.
yeah.
Oh, you kidding me over there? It's all payoffs. It's all political, man.
Yeah.
They gotta pay those people off so they can be kings and queens, man. You kidding me? That ain't even close. Bond market. Everybody, bond market, folks, just don't stop. You get the 10-year up 21 ticks at 129.25. 30-year up 1 full point and 20 ticks. Monster move, folks. 150.04. And the TLT, by the way, if you trade the TLT, the 20+, that already took out the B point on a monthly ABC structure on the way up. Bonds are going to the moon. King dollar. King dollar up 903 ticks, trading out at 95.26. The euro's down 147 at 112. And you get the yen off 70 at 117.79. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. I want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? You get the 2046 number. That was a high volume swing out here from this morning, folks. Came right back down to it. Bottom line is that you have a consolidation. It's not an ABC down anymore because you basically did a counter trend bounce that's more than a 0.618. What you do have, however, is that what I expect you're going to see is that you're going to come down to this lower level out here at the 1970. We'll see if we get the volume on the way down again. This is building cause for lower price. We're going to take a look at the SPY. What you have in the SPY, same type of setup in the SPY. That October 15th, and the shorter term is December 16th. Larger term, folks, October 15th is laying out there with a vengeance. Gold market, Friday, they couldn't whack it down. What is that saying? That's saying gold's going higher, folks. Gold looks like a nice ABC structure on the way up to 1,400. This is a nice number, man. The way this is set up, not only just the gold contract, the gold equities today pulled back with dramatically lighter volume, rejected their lower price. That is a nice setup for that ABC structure on the way up. Oil. We take a look at the oil market, CLH5. What we have inside oil is building cause to break out its bottom. We're at 45, 47 right now. 44.78 is the low. Monster volume out here today, folks. You had an expansion of volume. We did 426,000 contracts. And inside that structure, inside the oil structure, let's go to the XLE. XLE, bottom line, that also wants to go after its swing lows. What the XLE did out here today is this. It got a higher high than yesterday, light volume extraordinaire. And the XLE, by the way, is going into 4.5 million shares. You tested that yesterday with 3 million. Today you did all of 2.1 million. Gave it up. These high volume swing lows want to get hit, and we'll see whether that's another ABC structure on the way down. Pretty intense, though. There's no two ways about that. The TLT, I was talking about the TLT. I'll bring this TLT up for you. This is the 20-year Bond Plus fund, folks. The TLT has already, on a monthly basis, you want to see something that's pretty wild. The TLT took out its monthly swing high, took it out with volume, and we still have plenty of time left in the rest of this month for more expansion of volume. The TLT has already done 147 million shares versus that swing high out there from July of 2012 that had 131 million. And it just made it, too. The volume just didn't make it, but what I mean about the ABC structure on the way up, when we had come down from the 132 and the TLT to the 101, that's a 0.618 retracement. Now, that says quite a bit. If the TLT is a confirmed ABC structure on the way up, and, you know, bottom line, when you get a confirmed ABC structure on the way up, your probability goes higher that you're going to get a 1-to-1, folks, okay? So, pretty intense.
The one chart that I'd like to look at is the intraday on the dollar.
Intraday on the dollar. Let's go take a look at this baby.
Because I think this was the most important thing. We saw I'm pretty sure we saw the intraday. Intraday.
Yeah, I'm going to get it up. I'm going to put the 10-minute up here. We
saw intervention today, and it didn't hold. It came back pretty hard. I mean, got up to what, 95.60 or so?
Yeah, traded 99. Let's see. So the spike high out here today was 95.77. Then it came down. It came down into that 94.77. And you got to remember the dollar index itself. The pit's open to 130. You know, then it still trades, but the pit's open to 130. Then it's crawled all the way back. You know, we'll see where this goes. My take is that still the dollar is you know, topping out. The thing
I think it's topping out at 98.
No, this is perfect, which is perfect. Well, hey, you know, you're 98, so check this out. You're going to love this, okay? If you look at the Art of Time in the Trade, folks, okay, the software that David made with using my book, okay? Well, if you look at it, I was doing the expansions in them today. So check this out. We're already over a 1 to 1.618 on the way up on a daily. On the larger one, it is the 98 that basically hits it. And that, folks, turns into a immediate change of trend. So
it just to me, when I was watching that today trade, and just watching them just hammer it down.
Yeah.
And then it's been kind of like gold. They'll hammer on it, and then the rest of the day it just slowly comes back up. The rest of the day, and there were people out there buying it all afternoon after, you know, just a slam down, and because you spiked up, then you spiked down.
Right.
But then it just slowly came all the way back up into 95 again. And it just, when you look at the last week, that's it. They hammer it in the early morning, and it just slowly keeps going up anyway. So I think that the Fed or somebody standing in the way in the mornings just to keep the thing from going to 98 in one day. And other than that, it's hard to see why everybody would sell it in the morning only to see it basically come back every afternoon.
Well, the thing that I liked today, you probably heard this. On CNBC, Jack Lew was on, right?
Oh.
So Jack Lew, of course, our Treasury Secretary, folks. He was on from Davos this morning.
I have to admit, I can't watch him without doing an Elvis on the TV. So
okay, that's all right.
I just turn it off.
That's all right. So listen to this. This is wild. Well, Jack Lew, bottom line, said that the strong dollar is great for America. Now, the last time that we heard this, folks, was Jon Snow in 2002. And I remember this so well, of course, because we were just getting into the gold market. Gold was $282.50. The dollar was $121. From that point on, the dollar went from $121 down to $70. Straight. And what happened, and I'm not expecting that this time, by the way, but it's the talking about the dollar, period, because this is how this goes, folks. So when Snow was talking about it, he talked about it for about a year and a half, 2 years, maybe 2.5 years. Strong dollar, 120, 110, 100, and then they stopped. Then he was gone. No one's talking about it. After that, what would happen is the Treasury secretaries would say, well, we don't talk about that. This is the first time. Bingo! Lights went off. I says, oh, thank you, God. Here we go.
He's back again.
He's back again. Bottom line, if you want to hear anything and understand anything, all you have to do is listen to a politician, folks. You listen to a politician and just do the opposite. There's no two ways about it. Oh, you talk about, did you, there's no doubt, okay? If you heard okay, this isn't, the hypocrisy I won't start. Okay, I won't start. Dave White, Tom O'Brien, you stay right there, folks. We're going to be coming right back. We're going to get our tech update for the week from Dave. Dow Industrials closed down 141. NASDAQ was up 7. S&Ps are off 13. Gold's trading at $12.95. Silver 18.32. We're going to be right back.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock in option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
Check out the new look of Tiger TV. Now you can see all hosts, charts, and computer screens live in high definition. Whether it's Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, David White, Larry Pezzamento, Andy Hecht, Thinkorswim, or Daryl Martin, you can catch all of our technicians hosting their programs live and archived on Tiger TV. Now, crystal clear in high definition, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you haven't seen the new look of Tiger TV, then visit TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dave White, Tom O'Brien. Appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Don't forget, folks, you want an outstanding newsletter? Dave has one. Come over to our website at TFNN. You go to newsletters. You can go to trading newsletters. You take a look at the Tech Insider. You can test drive it. 1 month absolutely free, and of course, each and every trading day, right here at TFNN, 2 to 3 Eastern Standard Time. Dave has a great program. You can get all our programming right on your cell phone, folks. TFNN.mobi. If you want to get Tiger TV, just go to TFNN.com, hit the TV. Right now, the first slide that Dave has up today is Radio Shack is filing for bankruptcy.
It looks like the papers are coming out. We're probably going to hear about it in the next week or two. But basically, we had Best Buy, and you've had Radio Shack as the purveyors of electronics.
And Best Buy made it.
Well, for the moment.
Right.
Best Buy long term, will, or at least short term, is probably going to benefit from this. But you could also say that Best Buy kind of went after Radio Shack by putting in the kind of section in the store that's just cell phones.
I see.
Right.
So Radio Shack was big on cell phones. That was
they had a huge business on it.
Okay.
And by Best Buy really focusing and opening up kiosks and selling that room, just like Radio Shack sold part of its store to Verizon and AT&T.
I see, okay.
But they really took that off, and basically those guys quit paying a lot for the floor space at Radio Shack. Now, Radio Shack is important to electronics because 85% of, at least 2 years ago, 85% of all Americans lived within 10 minutes or 15 minutes of a Radio Shack.
The stores are everywhere, right? And they would,
And so...
And now Sprint wants to take them over.
Yeah, and so there's probably going to be something, but they look like they filed the paperwork. So if you want anything from Radio Shack, now for me, I started off going up and buying components and little pieces when they were selling the Trash 80 computers and electronics, and I was learning and building radios and ham radios and all that stuff as a kid.
No, it was really important. I mean, even for our studio, folks, Radio Shack has everything you need, always. I mean, we run out there.
And now you're going to have to go up to Best Buy or CompUSA, which is...
Sam Ash. They do it today, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's interesting. And we have closets full of stuff. I can't figure out why that closet's full of stuff.
Because there's always yet another standard. The standard you have today will be a non-standard tomorrow.
3 days.
But kind of interesting. If you love anything there, you better buy it this coming week, because I have a feeling that they will not make it to the end of the month.
Pretty wild, man. No doubt.
Now, this is the biggest news, I think, and it's gotten basic lip service. I don't know if you've seen it.
We're looking at a piece, I think it's sunglasses, right? What are they?
It's called the HoloLens, but you know how Google Glass had their Google Glass thing?
Right.
And Oculus Rift has their VR headset.
Okay.
This is a VR headset from Microsoft. And
what's VR mean?
Virtual reality.
Oh, okay. Right. Okay.
So all the things that are supposed to put you in a game and everything like this. But this is totally different than what everybody else did. Now, Google Glass wanted, I don't know, somewhere it was going to be $500 to $1,000 for their set of glasses.
Right. You were going to walk around and see everything, you know.
Right. But it was going to be kind of like someone was writing on the lens of your glass.
Right.
This is completely different. This is like holographically putting things out in space.
Right.
So I'll go to the next slide here. But this is a guy working on a 3D model and then being able to look over and see it in reality in space, but superimposed out in the space he's looking at.
Wow.
And the real idea about this is...
People are really going to be mixed up now, man.
Well, the idea from Microsoft, who pushed this out, he did it all in secret. Nobody knew about it before they rolled it out on Wednesday. But everybody that's seen it's been blown away. Now, a lot of people are going to just say, well, this is an early prototype. You know, blah, blah, blah. I think they've been burned by looking at Google Glass and some of these other products.
Yes.
But they've really looked the other way. To me, this is the most significant product since the iPhone came out.
Okay.
In a year, it will be out. Now, it will not be probably as big as an iPhone because not everybody's going to use it.
Sure.
But go ahead.
So what would you use it for? Like you put it on if you want to play a game and be like in this whole world, a different world.
Right, but they weren't really showing that.
They'll sell software for different worlds, right?
They can. It can be for games. But what you're seeing here is someone design a motorcycle in 3D in a CAD program, and then being able to spin it around, look at it, pick at it. And it's not only just being able to see it, it adds menus that you can touch in space and move things around. So imagine you sitting in like an airport.
Yeah.
Instead of having a little tiny screen in front of you, you could literally look at a wall and turn on your television and see
Well, I love that, because what I do when I'm designing all these houses inside, I take the CAD, and if I could do it like that, I'd go crazy with that.
The demonstrations on YouTube, if you just do HoloLens, HOLOLENS, there's a couple of videos on there that show you exactly, and that's the hard part, is to show something that's so visual on it. But if you saw any of the science fiction movies where people are moving things around and doing everything, but it's a screen up on the wall. The only difference is it's now on your head, so you don't have to carry a big screen with you anymore.
That's amazing.
The thing's with you all the time. Now, I think I have one more. No, I don't. But I'll.
That's pretty cool, man.
It is. It's not only that, but videos. You can look at any wall. It suddenly becomes a big screen television.
And it's not out yet, though, right?
It's not out yet. They showed, this is the first premiere of it. It wasn't rumored. No one knew anything about it. Now, the next version of Windows, which we'll get into, is coming out. Is going to have a great many hooks to it. But Windows, they basically did. It was almost a Steve Jobs thing, where they did all the new features of Windows 10. And then they said there's one more thing, and they showed these HoloLenses, which blow away Google Glass, which probably they may have found out about it, and that's why they killed Google Glass, because this is basically 10 times what Google Glass is. It's not a 15-pound helmet like Oculus Rift is. And it does this 3D presentation where you literally get to see outside. It's not like you're wearing goggles that are painted over with black.
And if you're in your car, folks, the picture of this is pretty cool. I mean, they look just like sunglasses. They look like, ski glasses, really.
I'll show you the videos during the break, and then we can come back and talk a little bit about it a little bit more. But basically, we have a few things coming out in Windows 10. That is a new Windows browser, the first one since 1995. I was talking to a friend of mine's son who's getting ready to go to school to learn programming. I said, they're updating Windows Explorer, and it was out 2 years before you were born. And
that's amazing.
A lot of the code that was in there in 1995 is still in there for legacy, because they just made changes to it all the time. This is going to be a brand new browser. It's going to offer a thing called deep linking, which is, I talked to you a little bit about it last week. Deep linking is the ability to do several things. One, if I want to go to a paragraph on a page that I tell you about, I can send you a link, and it will automatically go to that paragraph. Now, what Microsoft's doing is one better, and that is I can get my pen out, I can circle it, I can comment on it, send you the link, and you're going to get the page with all the comments that I put on the top of the web page. So if I want you to read something specific, or I have some comments that you want, I can write right on it, send it up to Microsoft's cloud, and give you a link to it that's publicly available, so everybody knows what page I'm looking at, where I'm looking at, and any of the comments or annotations I want to add.
Amazing. Dave White, Tom O'Brien, you stay right there, folks. We're going to be coming right back. Dow Industrials finished down 141. NASDAQ was up 7. S&Ps are off 12.5. Gold's trading 12.94. Silver 18.33. We're going to be right back, folks.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman wave sequence. Using the Chapman wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
We're told to follow our passion and everything else will fall into place. I hope that's what each of you are doing each and every day. Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Money Master Show at TFNN.com, and my passion for technical analysis is what led me to the most fundamental discovery in pattern recognition, the Rhodes Momentum Indicator, market scanner, and trading strategy, a set of tools that identify the momentum and power of the trend, the likes of which have never been seen before, for every market and every time frame. Yes, folks, the trend is your friend, unless you're on the other side. New to technical analysis? This is the place to start. And experienced traders take advantage of the trend like never before. Experience the power of the Rhodes Momentum Indicator each day, available to subscribers of my newsletter service, Mastering Probability. I guarantee your satisfaction for the next 30 days unconditionally, so there's no risk to you other than being on the wrong side of the trend. Mastering Probability, available on the homepage of TFNN.com. And folks, live with passion.
You take a hands-on approach to managing your investments, and whether you're bullish or bearish on U.S. Treasuries, the ETFs from Direction Shares are there to help you magnify your perspective. Bull ETFs for a rising market and bear ETFs for a falling market. Direction Shares gives you the tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC. Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund is currently offering 4-year first mortgages on many of the fully renovated properties that it has purchased. The first mortgages are third-party appraised with a maximum loan-to-value ratio of 70%, providing a secured investment that pays a fixed return of 5% annually, which works out to a monthly income of more than $416 per $100,000 investment with your principal intact and secured. These 4-year first mortgages are perfect for anyone looking for a secured investment that provides monthly income much like a CD. For more information, email tigerfund@tfnn.com or click on the Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund banner along the right side of the TFNN.com homepage, or call our office directly at 877-518-9190. There's a limited supply, so act now.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dave White, Tom O'Brien. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Don't forget, folks, you can bring TFNN anywhere and everywhere with you, right on your cell phone. TFNN.mobi. The stream goes 24 hours a day. You have live content from 8 o'clock in the morning to 6 o'clock in the evening every trading day. David and I have been talking about Microsoft. It sounds like Microsoft's got a lot of power coming behind them here, or in front of them.
They showed a lot of stuff. We were talking from an 84-inch tablet for your meeting room.
Right.
And they have all specialized versions of Office for that 84-inch touchscreen television. So if you want it in a big meeting room, they have that. New versions of Office will be out in probably September or October, Office 2016. It's going to have a bunch of new features. One of them is if you have a Windows phone
Yes.
or a Windows tablet or a Windows desktop,
Okay.
you'll be able to basically go from one to the next, and they all sync up and link, so you can take, all you would need to do a presentation somewhere with PowerPoint
Right.
is just take your phone with you, and it'll just sync,
Oh, that's-
automatically
no,
sync
that's
back up
huge.
to something else.
Right,
So
that's huge.
Every product they have has a specialized version for less than 8 inches, which is basically phones.
Yes.
Tablets, right? And if you have one of the Surface tablets or anybody else's tablets that detaches from the keyboard,
Right.
as soon as you detach it, it goes automatically from being a tablet to a laptop, and a laptop back to a tablet automatically, and all the interfaces will automatically change back and forth automatically for you. So basically what they're saying is whether it's below 8 inches or
Right.
8 to 12 inches like a tablet, or anything from 12 inches to 84 inches
Yes.
for a single screen, they have an interface that basically is seamless on all of them.
You know what's interesting? This morning I heard there was an analyst on, and they were talking about Microsoft, and he says, listen, he says, if you went to, if you're at Microsoft, 10 years ago, you'd never see people walking around with Androids or anything else. He says, now what's happening with Microsoft, he says they're across all platforms now.
Right.
So it's a whole, so that's big
They
business
were
for them
always
too.
a software company.
No, exactly. But now it's really straight out that they realize that more devices, the better off it is, period, right?
Right. Now, the next thing is why everybody knows Siri is in the Apple iPhone.
Yes.
Cortana is their product, and I am going to say right now, hands down, it's already better. It is in their phones. Windows 10, it will be in the operating system of desktops or tablets,
Okay.
and be available through every piece of hardware they have. So if you want to talk to your computer and have it do things
Right.
to you, you just start talking to it like you would your iPhone.
Oh, yeah. No, I've seen Siri work. It's pretty
Now,
cool.
Windows 10 is going to include all that stuff. It's also going to be free for the first year. They want everybody to upgrade to Windows 10 this fall, and are going to make, so if you have Windows 8 and you wait, you're going to get Windows 10 for free.
Right.
Now, as long as your machine has enough horsepower to run it, they will. They've got somewhere around 1.7 or 1.8 million beta testers of Windows 10 right now.
Wow.
So I've got a copy of it, and
Yeah.
I've had it since they came out. They're going to ship out yet another version of it next week, which is going to start showing some of the things like Cortana in it and some of the other new features of it. But they did a 3-hour presentation on it, and it ended like 2 minutes into my show, so I only missed the last 2 minutes
That's cool.
of Wednesday.
Yeah.
But exciting stuff. I would not be. I think there's a lot of better. I don't think the market's going up, but I probably wouldn't be shorting Microsoft. They've got a ton of stuff going on for them in the near future, and they are going to include the old browser, so you'll be able to use your Windows Explorer if you still love it.
Okay.
But the new Spartan one is the first new browser they've had since 1995.
That's a good name.
Who knows what the real name's going to be? That's a.
Oh.
That's a.
I always like Spartacus.
Yeah. The reason they're calling it Spartan is it is a lighter weight, smaller, faster, not all the bells and whistles of previous ones.
Okay.
Except it's going to have Cortana built into it too. So it's going to, your web browser is going to have Siri built into it.
The talking to the computers are big now. There's no doubt. There's no doubt.
But the nice thing is, their idea is that if you use a phone or a tablet or a desktop, the interface should almost be identical as much as it could be from all three of them.
Which is great.
And
I mean, because that's Apple's gig, right? I mean,
it is, except Apple doesn't even have a touch computer yet.
Yeah. No, listen, I understand.
Tablets.
I'm just saying that in general.
My question is, you got to think that Apple is got to come out with a touch computer probably fairly soon too. Now, they've talked about things that they're coming out with.
Yes.
That's not one thing they've had. They've been, Microsoft's had at least the tablet part of that done. So it's kind of interesting. I think we've had kind of a real quiet time in technology, but it is coming back to where I think this fall we're going to see a lot more things come out. The only big thing that we're looking forward to right now is the iWatch, and as far as I can tell, most people are not expecting a whole lot out of it. In fact, this week on the iWatch, we found out that the battery will last about 3 hours of constant use. Now, you're probably not going to sit there and bang on it for 3 hours a day, but the thought has been that if you have to take it off every night to recharge it, it's going to be cumbersome.
Yes.
A lot of people think that it should. There are some smartwatches that use LCD screens that will last a week. Now, of course, there's this color, and it's all LCD, and it's bright, and it's backlit.
Right.
So 3 hours probably still pretty good, but a lot of people think that until you can go more than a few days without taking it off, charging it, and putting it back on.
3 hours is a heartbeat. What would I do? What would I do with my 10-minute charts, man?
The other thing is, do you really want to look at this when you've got that in your pocket?
No.
And that's the other thing. So a lot of people are kind of really on the fence.
I have some beautiful watches that I haven't worn in so many years. It's
just.
We're going to take a call. Let's go to Helen in Largo. Hey, Helen, what's going on?
Long time no hear.
How you been?
Oh, pretty good.
Good.
Look, I'm looking for an entry point on I Am Gold. I wonder if you can help me.
I Am Gold, IAG. So let's see what we have here with IAG. IAG. Let's see what we got. So I Am Gold, it's a mid-tier gold company. The low's 142, the high's 437. So right now, let's put this on, then on a daily. Well, there she is right there. That's it. 268. What you have here, that 268, Helen, from that big spike, and all the gold stocks have that, by the way, because that was they were rearranging the indices at that point. That's the number though, 268.
Okay, doesn't have a lot longer to go then.
Let me put this on a weekly for a second. You know, there's a lot stronger stocks out there than I Am Gold, though, just so you know, because a lot of these golds have already taken over the October and December. Well, it's all right. It's not bad. It's not bad.
I was looking at Nova Gold, too.
Nova Gold, huh? Nova Gold, you know, let's see. You got Nova. Now, Nova is still an exploration play. It's a tough one, man. I mean, you know, I know it's gone from 233 to, 380.
How many stocks do you cover in your gold report?
There's about 32.
How many would you own right now?
Five,
maybe?
We own 6.
Okay. So...
And I could own about 3 more, actually. But owning 6 is plenty right now.
So maybe 1/3 would be the most that you'd ever own out of what's out there.
Yeah.
So
because what happens, and the reason for that, folks, is that, and Helen, the reason for that, we know how the gold market is. Do you know what I mean? You can't pile on like that, without taking money off first. So that's kind of how that shakes out. So if we get them at the right price, like these 6 we really got at the right price. So that's a different ball game. But these other ones that are performing right now, it's not worth it because they're near the top of the range.
Are they performing because they're in the country or just because they're good?
No, they're all. Listen, the XAU, the HUI, they took out their swings, took them out with volume, all of the above. When I was doing this workshop the other night, the way gold's set up, man, gold's going to the highs.
But I mean, are you picking ones from a certain country, or why are you picking them? Just the chart looks best.
Yeah, technically, yeah, right. So Helen, I guess, what do you like so much about Nova?
I like the way they move.
Okay.
They move nicely. I mean.
Yeah, it does. No, there's no doubt.
Yeah,
so you like action.
Yeah, and I like the swings on them. I play the swings,
Yeah. No, I can see that. And the swings are there. Nova has a high volume swing at 462. So there's no doubt that's there. And something to keep in mind in the future. I like trading the swings too, but I like trading the swings with these companies that are making money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's a difference.
I hear you, Tom. Thanks a lot.
Okay, have a great one. Have a safe one. Dave White, Tom O'Brien, you stay right there, folks. We're going to be coming right back. We're talking technology with our man, Mr. Dave White. And don't forget, every trading day right here, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, no matter where you are, just jump on your cell phone, tfnn.mobi. You can listen to Dave's show. You can give him a call. We'll come right back, folks.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN, and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartleys, ABCs, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com. Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Who says you can't take it with you? TFNN says you can. With your mobile device and TFNN's live radio streams, TFNN has put it all in the palm of your hands. No special apps to download. No subscription fees for live radio or Tiger TV streams. We say You can.
Each and every time that the dollar ticks higher, S&P wants higher price. Each and every time that the dollar's ticking lower, guess what? S&P wants lower price. Dollar, the metals, and the S&P are going tick for tick.
We say you can. The Tiger Financial News Network. Smart investors and professional traders know you can. TFNN.com. Educating investors. This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Tom O'Brien. Welcome back, folks. Dave White, Tom O'Brien. Appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. We have a Tech Insider slide up. I smell, therefore I am.
Right. Now, computers can have limited computer vision, and they're used all the time to look at circuit boards to see if all the solder joints are there.
Okay.
And basically, they do the things that humans used to do that are just mind-numbing, right?
Right.
Because you're doing it over and over and over. Pretty
Yes.
soon you go snowblind. Well, the one thing computers have not done well for a variety of reasons,
Is
or
smell.
electronics, is smell. And the problem has been there are a lot of things that the molecules are literally the mirror opposite of each other. And that's what's different about two things that are basically the same molecule, just flipped end to end.
Okay.
So you could think
The yin and yang.
it's the yin and yang,
Right.
and it's been incredibly difficult. But what we've seen is a new company come out with a way to look and test proteins hooked to transistors that can basically figure out and differentiate smells that are the mirror images of each other. And caraway seeds and spearmint is the prime example of this. But there's also a lot of things like drugs coming through our airports.
Yep.
And what they've figured out is by putting a lot of these together, just like your nose, a dog's nose is better because it's got 10 times the amount of sensors
Right.
in it than we have.
Right.
And of course, I think a bear has 10 times the amount of sensors that a dog has.
Wow.
They can smell a drop of
From
blood.
miles away,
Yeah,
right?
from
Yeah.
miles away for bears.
Wouldn't
So
that be wild?
I don't know. I think there's a lot of people I wouldn't want to smell from 10 miles away. But the idea is that computers now will probably be replacing a lot of the canines that have been smelling, you know,
Sure.
especially, well, the trick has always been to smuggle drugs in coffee because
Okay.
the smell of coffee is so overwhelming.
Okay.
Well, a lot of times drugs are not that different from the smells of coffee.
Yeah.
So that's been the way to do it. Well, this would instantly flip around and know it could smell out an ounce of heroin in 10 tons of coffee.
Right.
So, you know,
That'll make the airports a lot more efficient.
not only efficient, but safer.
Yeah, right.
And we were talking during the break that it'd be nice to be able to have maybe something in your phone that would alert you if carbon monoxide or
Yeah.
another dangerous gas was floating around.
Sure.
And that may be some of the things we're in. My guess is it's going to be a little larger than probably in a smartphone. But right now you've got maybe a carbon monoxide sensor on your ceiling next to your fire alarm or in the same one, right?
Okay.
So carbon monoxide, other gases that might hurt you, things that you need to be aware of, volatile things like paint that could get you high, or glue, or
Sure.
all the other things. In industrial settings, it may be very necessary.
Oh, it's important. Yeah, I can
have
see
it.
that.
But, you know, computers have had vision, and they've had sound, and they can do pretty good at routine things. And this is one more routine thing that's giving computers the ability to sense
Well,
its
we're
world.
coming up to 2024.
Well, before we pray to our cyber overlords and
Yeah.
start our people always say that children are our future. I think robots are probably more likely our future than children.
That's a fact, no doubt. Optical computing.
Right. Now, right now everybody uses electricity for
We plug our computer in, right?
Well, yes, but I mean, basically, a computer processor or anything that
okay.
we use is all electrical signals
Yes.
going down. And a transistor is nothing more than a switch, yay or nay.
Yes.
And it's built up from that.
So it's binary. I get
Right.
it. Yeah.
But electricity, a lot of people think electricity moves at the speed of light. And the answer is that its effect is felt at the speed of light. But would electrons moving down a wire be faster or slower than a snail? The actual electrons.
Okay.
They are slower than a snail going down the wire.
Really?
Most people don't know that. But the reason why AC power for runs hundreds of miles down those big high tension lines is because it goes back and forth very slowly. The effect is felt instantaneously on the other side, like a Jacob's ladder.
Yes.
You know those toys, the executive toys with the giant ball bearings, and you pick one up and you drop it, and it hits all 5 of them, and then it hits the other one like a pool ball?
Right.
They really don't move, but the effect is felt instantly on the other side of the pool ball.
Wow.
That's how electrons actually move through electric wire.
Well, that's a good example.
They're not moving fast.
Wow.
The effect on the other end, though, is instantaneous. You push one, it's like pushing all the pool balls. But the electrons on the surface, they actually move. If you have a copper wire, they actually move on the surface, not on the inside of the copper wire.
And so how is this optical now going to change it?
Well, photons actually do move at the speed of light because photons are light.
Okay.
Okay, so there are a lot of reasons why processors have to be smaller and smaller and smaller because they want those paths to be use less power, create less heat, and of course everybody's had a computer that had a fan go off and the computer quit working or stuff like that. There's no heat in a photon. It's just going to move. So you will be able to save probably another order of magnitude by 10 to 100 when optical chips come out. They will have probably electricity on the boundaries of them, things like the speaker that talks to you, stuff like that. The internals will probably be 10 years away, all be in light. Now, the big news...
So 10 years from now, this is what we'll have.
10, 15 years. I think 10 years we're going to see opticals, especially at the very high-end military applications that need optimum speed, no heat. And one of the nice things is you're not really working with electrons. So if you're a satellite in outer space, you don't have to worry about stray particles coming by and knocking your electrons off and causing problems, which is a real problem with satellites.
Wow.
They have to be shielded so that the sun's always throwing huge amounts of particles, charged particles, everywhere.
Amazing.
And so, like the new Apollo spacecraft-like thing that we're sending up with people, most people don't know that it basically has bags of water all around it to slow down those particles before they come in, so it won't mess up the computers inside. The spaceships, anything that's going to go outside low Earth orbit has to have those, or literally the computers would just crash instantly. But there's a bunch of interesting things. One, a photon moves at the speed of light. Okay, it doesn't move slower because it's on one side of a chip and it has to get to another side. Just moves. Now, what we do know is that they've created little tiny lasers now that will basically create a processor at the speed of light with no heat. And of course, because all you need is a few photons, the amount of power on it is maybe 1,000 times less than a processor today.
1,000 times less. Oh, man.
Yeah.
I know. Great education, Dave. Really appreciate it, man. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. And whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it like a nice big motion picture. Step into it, take ownership of it, fly with it. Thanks for being here, folks. Have a great weekend, safe weekend. We all look forward to speaking to you right back here. Listen to you right back here at TFNN. Right here! Go get them, folks.